What's going on, guys? You're very welcome to another video here on Degenerate Watch. Thank you very much for joining me. We're headed to the city of London in the United Kingdom for this video, where we're going to be taking a look at a traffic stop. The police seem to have a genuine reason for pulling this man over, but he seems to have a gripe with the police and a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He proceeds to lay down a number of baseless accusations, but really just makes himself look stupid in the process. Let's take a look.
I've never seen you pull up any white people around here, you understand?
Listen, I had no clue what your race was at all. I mean, I'm behind the car. How am I
Look,
supposed
yeah,
to...
you're trying to tell me get out of the car and done nothing wrong, man. Everyone knows that's a tight turn. It's very hard to negotiate that turn.
Okay, listen, fair, tight turn, whatever.
Yeah.
But you were going pretty fast.
Well,
yeah?
you think
and
I was
you've
speeding?
also admitted to that as well.
Well, I didn't admit to speeding nothing,
Yeah.
man. Well, they go pull up a white person or something, huh?
It took all the matter of about 25 seconds for this guy to try play the race card. And I know there has been controversy with the Metropolitan Police over the years to do with stuff like racial profiling, where it seems that the majority of people that are getting stopped and searched are people from the city's black community. Only this year a report came out in relation to a review of the Metropolitan Police. The report went on to say that the Metropolitan Police is institutionally racist, sexist and homophobic, and the force, which is Britain's largest, may need a complete overhaul or may need to be broken up. Now, that particular report our driver goes on to mention later on in this video, but he gets things a little bit mixed up. But as I said earlier on, I think he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder or a gripe with the police, and of course that may stem from all the negativity surrounding the Metropolitan Police. And obviously I'm not condoning him having an attitude with the police. He should just let them do their job. They do have a legitimate reason for pulling him over here. So rather than having an attitude here and escalating everything, he should just let them do their checks and give him his ticket if he's getting one for this, and then be on his way.
Your senior commissioners say you are institutionally racist.
Look, mate.
Yeah?
Mate.
Yeah, you understand?
Look, mate, let's talk now, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay?
I'll be pulled up over 30 times,
mate,
yeah? You understand?
Mate, be quiet a second, okay?
Don't tell me to be quiet,
Mate,
man. Yeah, you
well,
understand? I'll pay
you
your
need to be
fucking
quiet
wages,
to listen
man.
to me, mate, okay?
Yeah?
We've seen you.
Yeah.
You've cut that corner quite sharply, okay?
Yeah,
And
are
then
you
we've
from around
noticed
there? You
that
know
you've
that's
got
a
to
tight turn.
then you've got
When
to
you come
tail-
out to
and then
Linton
you've got to
Road,
take-
it's tight.
Mate, you've got to tail out as well. We've got legit.
Yeah, and I've got video to prove I've already been to fix it. They couldn't fix it.
How we supposed to know that?
Well, I'm telling you, I already know it comes up
on
on my dash every day.
Mate, we have grounds to stop you because of that, okay? We don't. Okay, so we're going to do our checks, okay?
Okay, can you tell me what's happening with my police complaint? I'll be assaulted.
Mate,
I'll put a complaint in.
How are we supposed to know what your complaint is?
Why don't you look into that?
The first time I've come across you, how am I going to know what your
Look
complaint
into your
is?
colleagues, what they're doing, man. We've got no confidence in the police.
Our workforce is about 50,000 people, mate.
Huh?
Our workforce is about 50,000 people. How am I supposed to know your individual complaint?
First of all, he's using a classic deflection tactic. Instead of owning up to what he's done wrong here, or just not even owning up to it, just saying what the police are going to say to him, he wants to start deflecting away from him and talking about everything else. Another thing is, I don't get the mentality of people like this guy who think that these random officers are just going to know about the complaint that he's put in. I just don't get the way their minds work. And now that we have a little bit more information, maybe this is the reason why he has some sort of bad blood with the police. Also, the fact that he said earlier that he's been stopped around 30 times. But I think in this situation here, he was just drawing attention to himself. But like, rather than deal with the matter at hand here, he wants to go on about the corruption in the police force, the racism, and about some complaint that he's put in as well. But of course he's not done yet. He's going to go on to make more ludicrous claims.
Alright,
I'll do your check, man. And
yeah, I'm filming you as well, mate. So
filming me, yeah. When I asked the police force to give me the copy of when I got pulled up and I got assaulted, you sadly you can't provide me no video because the video is your property and you don't have to give it to the public unless you get a court order, yeah, of the video. Yeah, do you know that?
Yeah. That's a
So
normal
don't tell me nothing. Yeah,
That's
you
a normal
understand?
procedure.
Only normal procedure.
That is
We
the
pay your
normal
wages,
procedure.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Police take half of taxpayers' money, half of the taxpayers' money, yeah.
So he's on about requesting body cam footage of an encounter that he had with the police. And obviously, as you heard, he was denied that because they just don't hand it out willy-nilly. And then he comes with the classic line, "But I pay your wages." "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Welcome to Metropolitan Blockbuster. Which crime scene footage would you like to rent today?" But anyway, regardless of what the backstory behind all that is, these two officers here aren't dealing with that particular issue and they can't help him with it. So just banging on about it is only a waste of time and energy.
Then when we ask for evidence, when you done wrong, we ask for you to provide the video. You ain't got the video. You don't have to provide it because it's your property. What sort of is that?
Charles, Yankee Charlie 18, November Romeo.
I'm still waiting. I got so many complaints here against police. I won most of them. I'm still waiting for the one where they pulled me out the car, I'm disabled. They abused me, sexual abuse, woman touching up my balls and everything on Eid Day, you know? Do you understand? On Eid Day, in front of my mum's house. So when I got to the police station that night to ask for the video, they don't want to give me the video. Sadly, they lost the video. They got the video.
I wouldn't be sure about the end. I mean,
I'm telling you what happened. Yeah, you understand?
Oh, you're telling me what happened? Okay, sir, I'll just take your word for it then. Yeah, try telling that to the judge if you try contest this ticket. Nah, judge bro, I'm telling you what happened. I pay your wages.
Stockton Police Station, 2020, yeah? April. Check it on your history, yeah?
Regardless, how am I supposed to know?
Well, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, yeah?
How am I? How
Do you
am
know
I,
police have
wait.
got a problem, yeah? Do you
How
know
am I- okay.
we ain't got no confidence in the police?
Alright.
Everyone knows from back in the days you guys are racist. Just because they get Asian little boys, you think that's not racist? You're just, come on, man. You're just being a sambo to these people, man. You understand?
I mean,
I'm
they just didn't pull me out.
I know
of the-
people on Stockton
Wait,
Police Station, mate.
they
You
didn't just
understand?
pull me
I know
out.
people in
Wait, they-
diplomatic protection in the
Okay,
American
that's fine.
embassy, yeah?
They just didn't.
Proper police.
They just didn't. First of all, they just didn't pull me out of the streets. Yeah, I applied for the job. Okay?
Well, you're stupid if you apply to pull
Well-
up for work for a racist organisation.
He's banging on there about racism, but in the same breath he's saying to this officer, oh, they're just getting Asian little boys off the street. And rightly so, this officer corrects him and says, no, I actually applied for the job, they just didn't pull me off the street and throw me into a uniform because of the colour of my skin or my race. I'd be pretty sure that the only reason why he's saying most of these things to the officer is the fact that he's recording. He just wants to get a reaction so he can post it on some echo chamber on social media and get a load of pats on the back for how he stuck it to the officers. I'm not for 1 minute denying that there are some problems within the Metropolitan Police. Sure, if you take a look at that report, which we will do at the end of this video, you'll see that there are some major problems. And I don't doubt that there are some communities out there in London that do feel marginalised and perhaps targeted by the police. In 2022, figures released by the London Mayor's Office showed that black Londoners are 3 times more likely to be stopped and searched than white Londoners. And a survey carried out showed that 44% of black Londoners felt that stop and search powers were being used unfairly by the police. So I can fully understand why this man feels angry and perhaps targeted here, but at the same time his attitude towards the police isn't going to really do him any favours. A lot of people will say, oh, the police need to show more respect and be more compassionate towards us, but at the same time the police need that to be given back as well at the same time. There's no point of crying for respect if you're not willing to give any back. And flying in straight off the bat with all guns blazing isn't really going to get you anywhere.
Institutionally
I don't
racist.
think it is.
Well, your commissioner says it is. Yeah? Your commissioner says it is.
Our
Alright?
commissioner
The
doesn't
public
say that,
says
mate.
it.
Mate, our commissioner's never said that.
Well, he never said that.
Yeah, you
Well,
need
the
to-
police,
you need to be
the
informed of your
government,
facts, mate.
the prime minister,
You need
the
to be-
mayor.
mate, you need to be informed
No,
of what
you need-
say.
you need to-
You're spreading
you need to
disinformation.
educate yourself,
You're spreading
yeah?
disinformation that's not
No,
true.
no, no, no,
okay?
no. You guys are taking the
you
piss.
Stop. You stop, okay? You were spreading information that's not true, okay? You
Yeah.
need to go and read.
Everyone around there knows, yeah, what you guys are like.
You need to go and read.
Yeah,
And
the
you need to
public
get
are
your
behind
facts-
us, not
you
behind
need to get your facts
yeah?
straight. Okay,
No,
mate?
the public
Get
are
your
with
facts
us,
straight.
not
Get your
not
facts
with
straight.
you.
Get your
Yeah.
facts straight.
All right, can I
Okay.
go? You finished? Yeah,
finished,
you
yeah.
finished.
Finished.
Yeah, bye bye.
All right.
And there, in the end, it seems our man just got away with a warning. Of course, he'll chalk that down to the fact that he stuck it to the police, when the truth of the matter is, they probably didn't want to listen to any more of his waffle. And as the officer said there, he does need to go read up on that report to find out who actually said what. The Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police never said any of the things that he was alleging he said. The lady who actually carried out the review was called Baroness Louise Casey. She said in the report that the Metropolitan Police is institutionally racist, sexist and homophobic. What the Metropolitan Police Commissioner actually said was that he apologised and accepted the diagnosis of prejudice in the force. However, he said he would not use the term institutional because he viewed it as politicised and ambiguous. He went on to say that the findings sparked feelings of shame and anger, but also increases the police's resolve. He said the appalling examples in this report of discrimination, the letting down of communities and victims, and the strain faced by the front line are unacceptable. We have let people down, and I repeat the apology that I gave in my first weeks to Londoners and our own people in the Met. I am sorry. I want us to be anti-racist, anti-misogynistic and anti-homophobic. In fact, I want us to be anti-discrimination of all kinds. Baroness Casey said that she was disappointed that the Met Chief would not accept the term institutional in relation to her findings, but said that she will wait to see what action the force takes in the coming weeks and months. The year-long review was carried out after the murder of Sarah Everard by Officer Wayne Cousins. In a number of recommendations she made in order to fix the Met, she said that the unit that Cousins was serving in should effectively be disbanded. Another officer that served in this unit was Officer David Carrick. He was unmasked as one of Britain's most prolific sex offenders. Both Carrick and Cousins were serving Met police officers at the time they carried out their crimes. Baroness Carey's 363-page report found evidence of widespread bullying, racist attitudes and deep-seated homophobia within the force. Asked if there could be more officers in the Met like Cousins and Carrick, Baroness Casey said, "I cannot sufficiently assure you that that is not the case." She pointed out that Carrick was only caught after one of his victims heard a statement made by Sarah Everard's devastated mother and was moved to contact Hertfordshire Police rather than as a result of any action by the Metropolitan Police. Among some of the other findings in the report, a policewoman told how she tried to end her own life over the Met's handling of her abuse allegations against another officer. Staff were told that rape cases would be dropped due to a broken Met Police freezer that contained evidence from alleged victims. In another incident, a lunchbox was found in the same fridge as rape samples, which would have contaminated the evidence. The Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command in which Cousins and Carrick served is a dark corner of the Met where poor behaviours can easily flourish. A deeply troubling and toxic culture existed in the Met's Specialist Firearms Command known as MO19, which included a training desk where men hold competitions on how often they can make their female students cry. Another female officer who accused a more senior colleague of sexual assault said she was labelled as a troublemaker. An openly gay officer told the review, "I am scared of the police," after he was the target of a sustained campaign of homophobia from inside the Met. And another officer groomed a victim of domestic abuse, while another was heard calling a white woman caught buying drugs from a black man an N-word lover. Baroness Casey warned that predatory and unacceptable behaviour has been allowed to flourish at the Met Police and there was a culture of denial within the force. She called on the Met to change itself, adding, "It's not our job as the public to keep ourselves safe from the police, it's the police's job to keep us safe as the public." The review went on to say if sufficient progress was not made to reform the force, dividing up the Metropolitan Police should be considered. Her conclusion that the force is institutionally racist echoes that of the Macpherson inquiry in 1999, which took place after Stephen Lawrence's murder, and the abject failures in how the Met Police investigated his death. Since then, the force has remained largely white and male, the review found. The report also listed a series of scandals that had damaged the Met's reputation and cast doubt upon its culture and standards. These included the kidnap and murder of Sarah Everard by serving Met Police Officer Wayne Cousins in March 2021, the Met's handling of a public vigil held following Miss Everard's murder, an independent report published in June 2021 into the 1987 axe murder of Daniel Morgan, which found institutional corruption within the Met, an inquest in December 2021 for the victims of serial killer Stephen Port found that fundamental failings by the Met probably contributed to 3 of the 4 deaths. The jailing in December 2021 of 2 Met officers for taking and sharing photos of 2 murdered women, Bibba Henry and Nicole Smallman. A police watchdog report in February last year which identified misogyny, harassment and bullying, including racist, sexist and homophobic messages among officers based at Charing Cross Police Station between 2016 and 18. A child safeguarding report in March 2022 which revealed that a 15-year-old black schoolgirl was strip searched by police after she was wrongly suspected of carrying cannabis. And the jailing in February of police officer David Carrick, who admitted 49 charges including 24 counts of rape against 12 women. So as you can see there, a pretty damning assessment of the Metropolitan Police. It seems there are many issues to fix there and it will be a long road ahead before they get resolved. And I can fully understand why public confidence in the Metropolitan Police has been so eroded over the years. Things seem to just drift from scandal to scandal without any real change happening. I'd like to be optimistic and say that things can be turned around, but it's going to be an awful lot of work and it's definitely going to require a massive shake-up of the force. So like the gentleman we seen in the clip at the start of this video, you can understand where his anger is coming from, although as I said, I don't condone him having an attitude with the police on the roadside. Those are not the people he needs to be venting his anger at. It'll just get him into more bother and won't actually achieve anything. You need to be petitioning the people higher up, the senior people in the Met, the government, the mayor. That's the only way you're going to get any sort of a change. And like I've said many times before on the channel, in every profession you're going to have good and bad people, and the same goes for police forces worldwide. And I'm 100% sure that there are dedicated and very good police officers within the Met working hard every day to try and make their community a better place. But then again, on the other hand, like we've seen in this report, you have some bad officers that do some really horrible things and drag the whole force into disrepute. So hopefully sooner rather than later, Londoners see a real change within their police force, and hopefully the police will be able to win back the confidence and support of the public. Now, I'm sorry guys that I went off on a bit of a tangent about that report there. But I thought the fact that that guy was mentioning the report and he was misquoting it, that it was important to just go through it a little bit. So to everyone that did stick with me to this point in the video, I do really appreciate it. Now, I do mention a few sensitive topics in this video in relation to that report, and I'm hoping that the algorithm doesn't nuke the video. So if you would like to help us out, please do drop us a like if you enjoyed the video and drop a comment down below. It just sends a signal to YouTube that people are liking the video and that they're engaging with it, and hopefully it'll get it out to more people. And with that being said, that just about wraps things up for this video. I do thank you very much for joining me. Links to everything important, including our social media, are down below in the description. Please do follow us over there. If you like what we do here and you'd like to help support us and keep the channel ticking over, there are a couple of links down below in the description where you can do just that. Check out our merch store where you can pick yourself up some Degenerate Watch t-shirts and mugs. You can also buy us a coffee over on Coffee, and you can check out our blog over there too. Or alternatively, you can hit the little heart button down below this video to send us a super thanks. Another great way to help support the channel is to become a channel member. You can find out more information about that by clicking the link down below in the description or hitting the little join button down below this video. And speaking of channel members, I want to give a massive shout out to the crew of legends that are my channel members. Thank you very much guys for your continued support and encouragement. As always, it is very much thoroughly appreciated. And also, not to forget, a massive shout out to everyone that's watching this with me on the premiere. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video. I do hope you'll join me then. But until then, why not check out one of the videos that should be appearing on screen now. Until next time guys, stay safe, take care, peace.